You want to lead off?
No, you get us started here. This is your...
You got it? Okay. All right. Welcome back to Cooking with Coaches, Season 1, Episode 5. This episode, we're going to let Coach Davis take over for a little bit. He's going to be the head chef here, and he's going to prepare his famous stuffed mushrooms. We're going to supplement that, or actually not, that is the supplement to our main dish, which from episode 2 you might remember as the brajol, which we've got cooking right here, which definitely is going to turn out fantastic as always. So, Coach, you want to walk us through here?
Yeah, glad to be back. It's been a week or so. So apparently we've gone viral. And I don't mean coronavirus, but apparently we've gone viral with some of our videos. And by that I mean in Milton. So we're gonna make some stuffed mushrooms. So when I first started this recipe, used to stuff them with vegetables. Me, like any other red-blooded American, doesn't really want to eat cooked vegetables. So I thought, what better than imitation crab meat to supplement the vegetables with? So all we're gonna do, you just get a packet of imitation crab meat. We're just gonna slice it up, okay? I'll walk you through this steps pretty quick. The ingredients you're gonna need for this dish, the way I make it: crab meat, Old Reliable, cheese, never have too much of that. Also Old Reliable, hot sauce, breadcrumbs, and butter.
Now, Coach, not to interrupt you there, I've noticed this isn't hot sauce.
No.
What is this?
No, it's actually Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo wing sauce. And the only reason I'm using that is because I ran out of hot sauce. So you can certainly supplement that. It's the flavor that we're looking for.
So I mean, to our viewers there,
use what you got.
Use what you got. Don't make an extra trip to the store, especially right now. Don't risk it. Use what's in the cupboard. Use what you got. Coach, these mushrooms over here.
Yep.
Now, I did a little bit of research on it.
Let's hear it. Where are they from?
Now, these are actually from North America. These were discovered by the Iroquois Indians, and believe it or not, they discovered that this was an edible mushroom that they used to prepare some of their dishes as well. So I'm
gonna give out a big shout out, thank you to the Iroquois Indians and for finding these mushrooms because they're delicious.
They are fantastic.
Yep.
So we're gonna use these mushrooms. My dad thinks he is actually real distant Indian himself.
Is that right?
Yeah, he believes it. I don't know. So if he is, I guess that would make me a little bit as well.
Yeah. So in a mixing bowl, all we're doing is taking the cut up crab meat. So Coach, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna cut you up a little bit of the butter. So I'm just putting that into a separate bowl. We're gonna melt the butter, okay? And that's gonna be, that along with our breadcrumbs will be the binding agent. So if you would take this over to the microwave, and I'd say cover it 45 seconds or so. No, there's a cover over in there.
You guys are high class here.
In the meantime, I'm going to add a little bit of cheese, a little bit of breadcrumb, and then we're going to be ready to stuff them. Okay, there's some cheese. Now, depending on how hot you like it, determine how much you got here. Now, I don't have a ton of mushrooms, so I'm not going to put too much in there.
So now, Coach,
enough.
Let me go back to a previous episode. If you like an ingredient,
add more.
You add more to it.
We got a lot of cheese here. We got some hot sauce. Those are kind of things that we love. As you can see in all of our episodes, we measure nothing. We're straight up eyeballing it. I'm not a believer in cooking with anything other than my eyes and my taste. So how's that? Is that totally melted?
Yep,
that looks
perfect.
Good. Pour that right in there.
Dump that in there.
That's it. There we go. Now, I'm going to take a fork and we're just going to mix this up. Then we'll show you, how are we going to cook these? We're going to cook them in an oven. Preheat the oven at 400 degrees, which we have done that already. So you put them in there for 20 to 25 minutes. I usually start at 22 minutes. And, These are smaller mushrooms, so that should go pretty quick. So 20 to 25 minutes is
So maybe
cooking time.
we'll take a peek at them around 20 and
Yep.
see what they look like.
So here's our mixture right there. We got the breadcrumbs, we have the buffalo wing sauce, we have the cheese, we have the butter, and we have, of course, the crab meat. So now we're ready to start putting them in.
All right, so now I'm just gonna shove this meat right in the mushroom hole.
Right in the hole, yep. Shove
the
it
meat
right
in.
into the
Okay,
hole, yep.
we got it. So, you want to do the first one?
Sure, I do the first one. So
how much
here's
do we
how I
pack
do
these?
it. I don't waste my time with a fork once I mix it up. I like to dig my hands right into it. And then I take the mushroom, put that right over top of there, and because I probably have a little bit too much, I will stuff the heck out of that thing. So you just grab it, put it in there. Some of it falls off. You know what? Just pick it back up, and there you go. So
Sounds
give it
good.
a shot there.
All right, stuff one of these, and then
And then we'll come back.
we'll come back to you when we got these all filled up and ready to stick in the oven. We'll give you one last shot at it. So we'll see you shortly.
Okay, we're back. We have finished stuffing the mushrooms, so great work on that, Coach. Here's our final product. We just have it on a platter. It's going to go into the oven, 400 degrees. I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes, and we'll check it then to see if it needs to go a few more minutes. But in the meantime, we're going to boil some water, make some noodles for our brajol, which is unbelievably good, which is why we're having it again with a little bit of stuffed mushrooms and salad. So we'll see you in about 25 minutes. Okay, here we go.
Let's see what this looks
We're
like.
looking at 20 minutes.
So
They look
it
delicious.
looks good to me, Coach. What are you thinking? That's
That's plenty. Yep, you can
right.
see how that cheese and stuff is starting to brown up on there. That's ready to go. So we're gonna let that set for a minute. We have a special guest here with us tonight, Coach. My daughter, she's home from coastal Carolina. She lives in South Carolina now, Megan. She graduated in December. We're lucky enough to have her with us now. I'm gonna give her one of these. She's gonna taste this for us. Pretty sure she's had my mushrooms before. I'm gonna cut that in half, Megan. It's really hot, so just blow on that a little bit before, and then let us know.
All right.
In the meantime, I'm gonna get out a plate, put our pasta.
Well, it's good. Gets my approval.
All right,
that's all we need.
Another meal made, ready to go. Okay, so we got our pasta going here that we made while the
brajol.
but we made while the mushrooms were cooking. The brajol we've had cooking pretty much for 5 or 6 hours. What time is it? Yep, about 5.5 hours. So, Coach, I'll let you do the honors. Just grab a piece of that. Remember, what do we have to always remember to take out of those?
Make sure you take the toothpicks out.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to chomp into one of those.
So, you're gonna put another one on there. Add a little bit of sauce. Boy, they look delicious, don't they?
do.
Add a little bit of sauce to this.
Let's
You want to take those out first? Oh my, that meat's
it's
just falling apart.
That's perfect. That's not working.
No, if you grab it, don't grab the meat. Just grab the stick. It shouldn't be that hot, the stick, but the meat is
There
really
we
hot.
go.
Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of sauce to this. Delicious.
Dropped a little bit on the floor there.
It's all right. We got plenty of dogs around here that'll clean up after us. So we have this. This will be your main meal. We have the mushrooms, which will be your appetizer. Wow, that plate's really still hot. Which will be your appetizers. And we also have a salad ready to go with the meal. So season 1, episode 5. Is that what we're
Episode
at?
5. So,
Yeah.
hey, just as a reminder, as much of professionals as we are, still be careful when you're using hot equipment and always wear the gloves. when you're touching the hot plates.
Wash your hands regularly.
And that's about it.
Enjoy another episode of Cooking with Coaches, Corona style.